Good morning, all of us. Thank you for the opportunity that given to us, our Honorable Miss Regina Ayunita Tarigan, as our supervisor in this project. Today, we want to present our seminar presentation in third year project with our group 7, and the name of this project is Nusa Belajar. Before we present our presentation, we want to introduce our group member. Group member of group 7 in this third year project is Edwin Damanik with student number 1141901, Malino Sihotang with student number 039, Gahasa Purba with student number 1141900, Sinurat with student number 1141900, and Lastri Nababan with student number 1141960. Next, we will explain about our presentation outline. First, there is division of work. Second is about the project. The third is current system. The fourth is target system. The fifth is use case diagram. 6 is ER diagram. 7 is demo, and 8 is conclusion. Next. First, I will explain about division of work. Our project manager is Gahasa Purba. Scope of work is responsible for the work schedule and running of application development activities, as well as arranging meetings with fellow members and supervisor, as well as implementing code. Next is system analyst. System analyst is Evelyn Sinurat and Lastri Nababan. The scope of work is responsible for monitoring the work of analysts, collect and analyze all application requirements by clients. And last is designer. Designer are Malina Sihotang and Edwin Damanik. Scope of work is responsible for monitoring the designer's work and create design website Nusa Belajar.
Then I will explain about the project. Our topic is Information System Nusa Belajar, and our client is engaged in teaching, especially information technology, with name Renta Yustika Damanik. Our team is Group 7 Final Project 3. Next. And the next is our current system. Online learning system is a popular method today, especially during the current pandemic, which requires learning to be done online. An online learning system can be the right choice because through this system, we can learn anywhere and anytime without any limitation of space and time. This online learning system can also be source of other alternative material from the material we get at school. The learning system in Indonesia has also begun to develop. There have been many platforms built to support online learning in Indonesia. One example is the Skill Academy by Ruang Guru website, which can be accessed by everyone. On this website, we can sell or buy learning materials. Through this website, we can also find the material we want to learn. However, on these platforms, there are still few that provide accessible learning before making a purchase on the material. So the people who want to see the lessons on the platform are limited. Next. Next is our target system.
Next is target system. The system to be built is a web-based system to facilitate the learning process in Indonesia, wherever it is located. And this will be realized in a structured and efficient online learning information system that we call Nusa Belajar. In the system, there will be 3 roles, namely is administrator, mentors, and user. The administrator will later verify every mentor who wants to register and also verify every material upload by the mentor. Administrator can also access all the feature on this website. Mentors on this website can sell learning materials and write articles on this website. Users can buy available teaching material and can also open discussion forum if there is something they want to discuss with mentors on this website. In addition, users who do not yet have the desire to make purchase of learning materials can view the learning materials provided for free by accessing the blogs available on the website. Next.
The next is business process. The business process from login. To access the website, the users first login in with an account that has been registered in the system. The users enters the username and password that have been registered in the system, and the system will check the account. If the account entered is wrong, the user must re-enter the correct username and password. And if the account is correct, the user has successfully logged into the website. Next, the second is from registration. To able to access the website, the user must have an account before logging in. User who don't have an account first register an account to be registered in the system. When registering on an account, the user enters their personal data, and after verifying the email, the account has been successful and has been stored in the database. Next.
Next is BPMN target system edit profile. To be able to edit the profile, the user first logs in with the registered account, then opens the profile edit page and fills in the data they want to edit. The data has been successfully edited and the data will be stored in the database. Next. BPMN target system reset password. To reset the password, the user first accesses the website and logs in with the registered account. Then open the password reset page and the user enters the registered email. After that, the system will send a link to the email. The user clicks on the email that has been sent and the user can change the password. The password has been successfully changed and the data will be saved on the database. Next.
Okay, next is business process of verify course.
Next is BPMN target system verify mentor. To verify mentors and admins first access the website and login through the registered account. In the mentor role, click the learning page, then register as a mentor on the website. Next, the admin role will open a notification page and will receive a mentor submission notification. If the admin does not approve the mentor submission, then the admin will send a notification to the mentor role that he failed to become a mentor. But if the admin approves the mentor submission, then the mentor has successfully registered. Next.
Okay, next is business process of verify course. First, teacher and admin login to the website based on their role. Then teacher open the learning feature and upload the learning material. Admin will get the notifications and choose yes or no. If yes, then the learning material is approved. If no, admin will send revision to the teacher so the teacher can edit the material based on the revision. Next. Next is business process of sell course or learning material. First, teacher and admin log into the website based on their role. After the course is verified, the teacher can make the price of the course and post it to the learning page. Next. Next is business process of buy course. First, student and teacher log into the website based on their role. The student click learning feature and choose the learning material and choose the payment method and pay the course. Then the teacher will approve the material so the student can access the learning material.
Okay, next business process mentor discussion forum. Go to website Nusa Belajar first and then do login to be able to access the website page. If you don't have an account yet, please register first. If you already have account, then you have successfully entered the website page. Go to the website homepage, display dashboard page, click the program feature on the Nusa Belajar website, fill out the form to add discussion, data saved successfully. Comments or discussion can be given. Then comments and discussions will be displayed on the discussion forum page. And the last finish. Business process user discussion forum. All actions in the mentor and user WPMN look the same. The difference is the actor in the mentor discussion forum, the actor is the mentor and the system. In the user discussion forum, the actor are the users and the system, but the action is still the same. Next, business process article in blog. Go to website Nusa Belajar, then do login to be able to access the website page. If you don't have any account yet, please register first. If you already have an account, then you have successfully entered the website page. Go to the website homepage, display dashboard page, click the blog feature on the Nusa Belajar website. Click read more if you want to read the article. Show full the article or information can read. Click next or previous if you want to see another information the blog. And the last finish. Next.
Okay, now we will explain about our use case diagram. In this website, there are 3 roles. There are user, mentor, and administrator. The first, user can access the function that registration, login, logout, edit profile, reset password, taking exam, by learning material, give rating, open discussion forum, reading discussion forum, comment discussion forum, write article, reading article, comment article, and chatting. And then mentor can access all of the function that user can access, include with sell learning material. And the last is administrator can access all of the function that user and mentor can access, include with verify learning material and make recommendation. The relationship between the function is the first is registration extend with login. It means every user want to login, they don't need register. They don't need register itself. Every the user want to login, but if user want to log out, they must be login first. And also with the other functions, if user want to edit profile, reset password, verify mentor, verify learning material, make recommendation, and the other function, they must login first, except with reading discussion forum, reading article. Okay, and next the ER diagram. Now we will explain about our entity relationship diagram. There are 32 tables in this entity relationship diagram. Seven of them there has no relationship. The first is password reset tables, migration tables, email subscription tables, valid jobs tables, announcements, personal access tokens, and questionnaires tables. Announcements tables has attributes ID, title, content, file, created at, updated at, and deleted at. And also the questionnaires has attribute ID, name, email, answer an up to 4, testimonial, created at, updated at, and deleted at. The types of every attributes can be viewed in this image. Okay, and the next is articles table. Article tables has many relationship that articles has many article tags, articles has many article categories, and articles has many article comments. Articles has attributes ID, author users ID, category author users ID, title, slug, content, thumbnail, file, quote, review, is accepted, rejected, and featured, view, created ad, updated ad, and deleted ad. Article categories has attribute ID, name, slug, and the 3 timestamp. And also the article text. It has attribute ID, name, slug, and the third timestamps. Also, the article comments has attribute ID, sender user's ID, articles ID, comment, file, and the third timestamps. Okay, move to the next table. It have events table. Events tables has many event categories has many events. It means every events has many category that include in event categories table. Events table has attributes ID, organizer, category events ID, title, slug, location, Google Map link, start date time, end date time, description, thumbnail, file review, and is accepted, is rejected, registered users, and also the third timestamps. And the event categories has attributes ID, name, slug, and the third timestamp. Move to the next table, checkouts. Discounts has many checkouts table. It means the discount on checkout, the discount that used in checkout table, it comes from discounts table. Checkouts table has many attributes. That is ID, buyer users ID, course ID, discount ID, discount percentage, payment status, Mitrans URL, Mitrans booking, and total price. And also the discount table has many attributes that is ID, name, description, code, percentage, and the third timestamp. The third timestamp in here, in many tables, there are created at, that means when the table created, updated at, that means when the table updated, and deleted at, when the data in the table is deleted. Okay, next to the next table is mentor verifications. In this table has many attributes that is ID, sender user's ID, profile summary, ID card, selfie with ID card, resume, WhatsApp number, Facebook profile link, Instagram profile link, LinkedIn profile link, bank account number, bank account name is accepted, is rejected, and the third timestamp. This table is include the data from the users who want to be a mentor. So before the user want to be a mentor, the data it must be verified by admin before, and the data is stored in this table. And next is message table. This table store the data that the message who user wants to send. It includes the attributes ID, sender user's ID, receiver user's ID, message, file, and the third timestamp. Okay, next, move to the next table is users. This table contain all of the data from all of the user that registered in Nusa Belajar. This table has attributes ID, name, phone number, address, email verified ID, password, avatar, is admin, is mentor, remember token, and the third timestamp. Move to the next table is notifications. These tables contains all of the notifications that sent to the user in this website that contain attribute ID, receiver user's ID, type, title, subtitle, content, created ad, updated ad, and deleted ad. Table users has many message, notifications, mentor verifications, events, checkouts, and also articles. It means the attribute user's ID in every table, it belongs to user's ID in this belongs to user's ID that be a primary key in this user's table. And next is course certificates. It belongs to table courses. That table courses has attribute ID, mentor user's ID, category course ID, titles title, slug, price, description, thumbnail, introduction, video link, Telegram group link, syllabus, file review, is accepted, rejected, filtered, and enrolled people's, created ad, updated ad, and deleted ad. Course table has many course member, has many course exam answer, has many course review, has many course exam, and belongs to course categories. As we seen in this image, every table has different types for every attributes in the table. So, for example, in this course exam answer, primary key ID has type it's big integer and maximum value is 20. Sender users ID as type big integer, maximum value 20, and unsigned. Unsigned mean is it can be a negative value, so it start from 0. And also with the other attributes like answer, file, review, answer that has attribute type long text, file that has attribute type varchar, review that has attribute type text. And the third timestamp is created at, updated at, deleted at has attribute timestamp. Okay, and the last table is discussions. The relationship in this table is discussions has many discussion answer, has many discussion, and belongs to discussion categories. It means the category attribute in discussion tables, it belongs to primary key ID in discussion categories table. The discussion categories table has attribute ID, name, slug, created at, updated at, and deleted at. And the attribute in the table discussion is ID, sender users ID, category, course ID, title, slug, description, file, review, is accepted, is rejected, is featured, created at, updated at, and deleted at. Also, in the discussion answer, there is attribute ID, sender users ID, discussion ID, answer, file, created at, and updated at, deleted at. File in here, it stored the directory that the uploaded file is stored in the database. Also, like the two as we seen is here, it course materials and course subtopics have relationship with course table that I said before, that course table has many course materials and course subtopics. Okay, that's all our explanation about entity relationship diagram. Next, we will demo or present our website Nusa Belajar. Okay, now we want to show our demo about our website. So this is the homepage of the website. The menu is in the navbar. We can see in here there's a login, registration button, class, event, discussion, forum, blog, and promo menu in this homepage. Okay, now this is the page of the course page in this website. There are a description about the class, the introduction video, and also the recent courses, also the event details in here. We can see the other events and the description of the events. Also the blog page in here. There are many articles in here. We can see the recent posts and also the categories. And now we want to show the registration demo in our website. So first we can go to the registration page in the website. Okay, this is a registration page, so we can insert our data in here. There are many validation in here, like if we leave the column with empty field, it will show the error. Now we will enter the data. We click register button. And then a verification link has been sent to the email that we have entered before. We can get the verification link in the email. And if the verification link doesn't send it to the email, we can press the button again to tell the website to send the verification link email again to our email. Now we can see in here there a welcome page that tell if our account has been verified. We can go back to the home page, and now we can go to the article menu. In here we can add the post. We can take the title of the post article. Can also choose the category, the tag of the article, the content, and also the thumbnail. Can add the post in here. And this is the list of the article in the blog in our website page in Nusa Belajar. Now we will test the function of admin. Firstly, we can go to the dashboard and take the announcement menu. We can create an announcement in here. Like we can insert the title of the announcement that we want send to people that registered in Nusa Belajar. We can also choose the file uh, it, if it must be sent with a file. We can also send the file along with the announcement. As we can see here, the announcement has been successfully sent it to the user. And also, if we see in here, we can see the email notification come to our email that tell us if there is a new announcement in Nusa Belajar website. Also, there are feature of sending message. Like we can send a message to other user or to admin in this website. You can write a new message. You can choose the receiver of the message, and also we can choose the file if if you want to upload the file also along with this message. We click send button in here, and our message is successfully sent it, and we can see the website send the notification that are a new message that send it to us in here, and we can see the message in here. Also, the notification is sent it to the email. You can see here. We can also see the message from our email. Okay, go back to the home page. There are questionnaire function in here. We can see, we can enter the questionnaire of our testimonial or as our rating to Nusa Belajar. We can answer the question that served in here. Also the testimonial from us, and we can send the questionnaire. It will be automated system send to the admin. There is a new questionnaire in the website, and also we can direct check the questionnaire result in our admin dashboard. So this is the questionnaire result that we entered before. And also there are edit profile in here. As we can see, we can edit our profile, like we change our name and change our avatar or profile picture. As we can see, the profile is edited successfully. And now go back to the home page. As we can see in here, we can make a subscription in Nusa Belajar. So this feature will take us to subscribe to Nusa Belajar promotion, and if there are any discount or promotion from Nusa Belajar, we as a subscriber will be the first who will receive the information from Nusa Belajar. So if there are many promotion from Nusa Belajar, and if we subscribe in here, we can get many news and many promotion from Nusa Belajar. Send it to our email. So if we take our email to subscribe in Nusa Belajar, as we can see, there are a validation in here. It tells there is the input that we enter is already in the listed in the database. So we can change the email, like other email to subscribe in Nusa Belajar. So is as we can see, there is successfully registered in Nusa Belajar. We can see the email that has sent it to us from Nusa Belajar that tell us if we already subscribe to Nusa Belajar. So as we can see here, there is a notification that Nusa Belajar sent to us that tells if that we already subscribe or already take a subscription in Nusa Belajar. So the next feature is logout function in here. Logout function, we can take this button if we want to log out our account from Nusa Belajar. And now we will show the demo of reset password function. So Nusa Belajar, if we forgot our password, we can use this feature to change or reset our password. For the example, we will reset password account that email is gasapurba.social@gmail.com. And then reset password link will be sent to the email that we have entered before. As we can see in here, we can click the link that directed to the website page. We instructed to enter the new password that will change or reset our password. So if we change the reset, click the reset password link, it will change the password of our account. As we can see, the alerts success when we click the link button. Okay, that's all about our demo in website Nusa Belajar.
The next is conclusion. The Nusa Belajar Information System is expected to be a system that helps students in the learning process, the development of science in the current era of technology. That's the presentation of our group. If there are mistakes, we apologize. Thank you.